I'm literally just a girl.
Hey guys.
Hey guys, welcome to an episode of Literally Just a Girl.
We are back.
We're back. We're going to talk about boobies today.
Talking about boobies.
All things aesthetic-wise.
Yeah. Well, we've been getting a lot of comments too. Of the girlies want to know kind of like what have you guys had done and what was your experience getting like boobs done and everything. So we're here to talk about that because I think it'd be a good topic.
Yes, I agree. I agree because I get questions all the time. So I mean, I know I've done this before, but let's do a little refresher because the last time I did this, talked about this, I said I was going to get them redone, and you guys have been asking me if I've gotten them redone, so I'll answer here.
I know she walked in today. She's like, my tits are huge this week. Everyone's been asking me if I got them redone. And she's like, no, I did not.
Yeah, no, so I haven't gotten my boobs redone. They're just like so much bigger. I think I'm on progesterone, so I think the progesterone is just making them bigger.
It has to be.
Yeah, my mom called me last week before she saw me, and she was like, you got your boobs done, didn't you? And you didn't tell me. And I'm like, no. She's like, no, I know you did. Why are you lying? And I'm like, I'm not lying to you. When the hell do I have time to get my boobs? I'm like, no, I did not get my boobs done. And she's like, I don't know what picture she saw, but she's like, your boobs look so big. I'm like, tell me about it. They look huge. They're like big. I don't know. Like, I love it. Yeah. But it's just like, I haven't gotten them redone.
So start from the beginning. Like when, because I asked you earlier, but I don't know if we were rolling. Like when was the first time you were like, did you always have small boobs? Do you have boobs? Or when was the first time you're like, I want a boob job?
So so something about me is I've always been obsessed with the female body. Like the curvy female, like unrealistic body. It's just like I've always, since I was at a young age, no one told me like, I don't know, like I wasn't around, like it's not like I grew up in Hollywood or anything. I grew up in a small town in Georgia, but for some reason, like I've always been obsessed with the female body, like the curvy body. And I knew that I wanted to get my boobs done. I knew like that was something I for sure wanted, and especially when I was 16. I didn't have any boobs growing up. I had like maybe like a cup, like a size B, like a cup B. Mm-hmm. But when I started running, I lost a lot of my boobs. So when I went to my consultation to get my boobs done, which is funny, I went to this doctor because when I was working at my parents' restaurant, this woman would come in. I can't remember her name. Gorgeous. She was so gorgeous, and she would come in every week with her husband, and her husband was like this handsome man. He had like, I don't know what had happened to one of his eyes, but one of his eyes were closed. But he was like, I just remember them like that.
Sorry, I'm not laughing. I'm just laughing because I'm like, okay, wait.
What?
I just love your details of your story. Because I'm like, does this pertain to the titties?
No, it doesn't. But like, I just remember them coming in. I think they had a kid. But listen, she was hot. Every week she would come in. She was like always wearing her heels.
Is she with the one-eyed man?
She was hot. And I remember one time I asked her, I was like, hey, like, do you have your boobs done? They look so good. And she's like, yeah, girl, come here. Let me show you. So she like took me to the restaurant bathroom and showed me her tits. I'm not kidding. And they were gorgeous. And she recommended me her doctor. And so when I went, I had just broken up with Chris. We had broken up. And I was like, fuck him. I'm going to get titties. So I took my quinceañera money. And I made the consultation. And the nurse looks at me. She's like, oh, honey, you don't got anything. And I'm like,
bitch, that's why I'm here.
Yeah, no, I was like, and she was like saying in this sweet way, but I'm like, I know I don't got any tits. Like, it was just like nipple. Like, just like a little bitty anthill and that nipple. So like, I didn't have anything. And so we had my consultation within like I literally booked my appointment, and within like, I think like a week or two, I got my boobs
Wait, how
done.
old were you?
18.
Okay, and then you only went to one doctor?
I only went to one doctor. She was a female doctor, and I really liked her. I guess I trusted her because she made me watch all these videos. She was like,
to prepare you? To
prepare me. And then when we talked about sizing, she was like, this is what's going to look best on your body. Like, I got 350 and 375 cc. So one's 350, one's 375. So when I heard those numbers, I was like, okay, it's not too big. Obviously I had to get saline because I wasn't 21 at the time.
Right.
So I got the saline, and I guess because the other girl's boobs were just so well done, I like just really trusted her. And the fact that she was female, So yeah, I got booked it within a week. I like made my, like within a week I got my boobs done. Like,
was this the same doctor that the girl at the restaurant recommended to you?
Yes.
Oh,
yeah,
it was.
That's why I went with her.
Okay.
Yeah, because she recommended me
and you
her.
obviously liked hers.
I loved her boobs, and I was like, no, okay, I'm going with her. And I like just felt right about it. And I never really shopped around in different places. I just like had a good gut feeling.
That's so funny because this very similar thing happened to me. My regular at a bar came in, and she was beautiful too, and she recommended, she was like, no, she had just gotten surgery, and you could tell she had like an IV bandage and stuff, and I was like, oh, what's going on, where you headed? And she's like, oh, I just got a reconstruction done on my boobs. I got my boobs redone here with Dr. So-and-so, and I was like, oh, and I Googled her later, and that's who I ended up going with too.
Oh, really?
So it's funny. It's always like by recommendation.
Yeah, it's always
she looked great.
Yeah,
so
it's like, always by recommendation, right? If it's not my recommendation, for me, it's always by Instagram photos. Like, you gotta have like good befores and afters.
Even then, they can Photoshop.
That's true.
So I'm like, okay, let me see them. Okay,
yeah, they looked great. Yeah, and then like, I will say my mom says I was the worst at my recovery because I was like crying all the time. And like,
so you were living with your mom at the time?
Yeah, I was living with my mom because it was like right after, it was like my first year in college. It was during our winter break. I got them done in December. It'll literally be 10 years this year.
Okay. How
this
did
month.
Your parents take that? Like, how did you tell your dad and your mom, like, living with them, that you wanted to get your boobs done?
I just told them. My dad had never really paid attention. Like, he never, like, said anything.
Your mom was not against it?
No, I was like, well, I was 18. I was like, you can either support me and come with me, or I'm going to go by myself. I literally told her that because I was like, I'm going to go. I'm going to get it done. No one's holding me back, baby girl. Like, you're coming with me to that appointment, or I'm going by myself. And so she just came. And I got them done, and I will say for the first year they were pretty high, like they're very, very, very high. But I loved them. Like, it was like the best decision I think.
Where was your incision?
It's under it's under the boob, and it's a pretty big incision. I feel like she could have gone smaller. That's the one thing I don't like is my incision. It's pretty big. But other than that, I haven't had any issues with it. But it has been 10 years, so I really do need to either go get them checked, and I don't know if I'm going to have to get them redone.
Have you had a mammogram? Mm-mm. Oh my God, you need to go get a mammogram.
Yeah, I need to go get a mammogram.
Get your regular mammogram, obviously just to check for any like lumps or anything, but it will also tell you how your implants are sitting and if they're intact or not.
Yeah, so I need to go this month because I just love my boobs so much. I know I said I was going to redo them because I wanted them a little bit bigger, but literally now with the progesterone, they're the size that I want. You want it to be. For sure. Like, I do not want to go any bigger than what I have them now.
And like you and I with our periods and our hormones, they fluctuate too really badly. Like, when I'm about to start my period, they double in size. Yeah. Or feels like they double in size.
And that's why I wanted them. Like, I was like, I want them when like the size when they get when they're on my period. But now I'm like, they're like that because of the progesterone, which I'm like, okay, I'm pretty happy about it. Like, they're a great size. I could not see myself going any bigger than what I have now, but I'm really happy about them.
Should we go over like exactly what you and I have had done?
Yeah. So when did you get your boobs done?
I got my boobs done when I was like 21, almost 22, I think. Yeah.
Why did you get them done? You knew you always wanted to get them done.
The reason why I got my boobs done is because I had boobs growing up. I had like a full B cup. And then I got on birth control when I was like 17 because of how heavy my periods were. My doctor recommended it will help with your endometriosis and regulate your period. It'll be a lot lighter if you go on birth control. So I went on the pill. The pill fucked me up so badly. Like, that's a whole nother story time. We'll do that in another episode, how bad hormone birth control really messed me up. But my boobs got huge on birth control from the hormones. My boobs got huge. I was like, for me, I was like a full C, and I'm tiny, so they were really big. I got off birth control when I was like 19 because I was like, I can't do this anymore. It was awful. I got off of it, and they completely deflated. Oh, shit. Completely deflated. And I was like I was an A. Like, I had no boobies. So I was like, and I'm the same way, like you growing up, like I'm fascinated by the female body. Like, I'm very aesthetics oriented. Some women don't care. I am. Like, I want to make sure, like, I do look good. I love, like, I want to please my man. I want to feel sexy. I want to look in the mirror and like think I look great when I'm naked, you know? So I was like, I want boobs. So I went and got consultations. I went to 2 different doctors. No, I went to 3 different doctors actually. The first one, I went, it was a girl, and I'll show you her Instagram later. Her Instagram photos were great, but when I met her, the appointment was very rushed, and she didn't, like, walk me through the procedure. She was just like, yeah, I recommend this, I recommend that. Yeah, let me know when you want to schedule, and she kind of just headed out of the office. Yeah. A lot of girls go through her. I just didn't have a good feeling about it. And I was like, I don't know if I want to get this done. Second doctor I went to, he was cool. It was a guy. He was very, like, timid and shy, kind of. It just, like, energy just wasn't there either. Yeah. The third doctor I went to, I ended up booking through the recommendation of my bar regular, and she was incredible. Dr. Lahiri in the Woodlands. She's amazing. And her surgery center's on site, too. So you don't have to go to, like, to a hospital. That was all the other doctors. You'd have to go to surgery center at a hospital. And I didn't want to do that. I just wanted everything to be in the same location. Her office is beautiful. Everything was great. Her energy was phenomenal. She answered every question. She told me that it's a myth too that you have to get them replaced every 10 to 15 years. Oh, really? Completely a myth. She was like, if you go to a good doctor, generally if you're under the muscle too, which is more protective rather than over the muscle, you tend to, like, ripple on the sides and stuff. So we went under. And she was like, as long as your implants are intact, you're fine. You're not, like, doing any crazy, like, she's told me specifically, she's like, as long as you're not a bodybuilder or anything and always, like, doing chest flies and stuff, you should be fine. Okay. She was like, your implants should last your entire life if you are careful. Shit. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. She was like, it's a myth, honestly.
But you went under the muscle?
I went under the muscle and I went through the nipple.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. And I was really apprehensive about that. I wanted to go. My mom had her breast done when she had breast cancer. She had to get complete reconstruction. So she kind of gave me some insight too. And she was like, oh, I have my scar under my breast and stuff. And I was, like, scared to go through the nipple because obviously I want children one day and I want to breastfeed my kids. And I know there's a chance that you can lose, like, sensation and lose your chance to breastfeed. So I was like, I don't know if I want to go through the nipple. And she was like, I assure you, your chances of not being able to breastfeed are the same as if you were to go through your armpit. There's 3 areas you can go through, by the way. Yeah. When you get a breast augmentation, it's through your armpit, through your areola, or underneath the boob. She was like, I really recommend you go through the nipple. I think you're going to be really satisfied because you're not going to have any scarring, any visible scarring unless you're completely naked. Yeah. Bikini season, she's like, you're really going to regret having any other scars anywhere. And my skin is dark and I scar really badly. Oh, okay. So we went through the nipple and it was, like, the best decision I could ever make because you can't see it at all.
Yeah, I'm sure you can't.
No, you can't. And I really am happy I went that route and I didn't lose any sensation and hope, God willing, I can breastfeed and stuff. Yeah. It should be fine. Shit. But okay. Yeah. And we went with 450 cc's. And what my doctor did, which I really loved about her, is going into surgery. She was like, the week before surgery, she was like, can you please email us 3 bikini photos of models that you think have, like, perfect boobs. Yeah. The boobs that you think you would like. And I sent her those photos and it was like, one was Catherine Paez, Catherine McBroom. I loved the way her boobs, like, were sitting in a certain picture. I sent that to her. I sent her, like, 2 more. And she said in the operating room, she has those up on the wall. So what she does is she fills in with an implant, a saline implant, to where you can fill it with certain cc's. Yeah. And then she sits you up on the operating table and she compares it to your photos. So she wants to make sure you're getting the exact look that you want. Yeah. Which I love that about her. No other doctors were going to do that. They just were like, yeah, I think you should do 350, 400, whatever. Yeah. This doctor was incredible. She gave me exactly what I wanted. I was like, I want my titties to look like I'm wearing a bombshell bra at all times.
They do look like that. I know. Your boobs literally look like you're wearing a bombshell bra. I was like, and I remember wearing those, honey bun. That's the ones I would wear. Right? The padding was this thick. My little nipples were up on top of shit. Your boobs literally look like that.
I told her, I was like, I want to look like I'm wearing a push-up bra at all times. I never want to touch a bra ever again. And I don't own a bra. Like, I throw all my bras. Like, she delivered. She did great. Yeah,
she did great.
She did. Yeah,
I think amazing. I need to go and just check it out because I guess I have mine over the muscle.
You do?
Because that's the easiest, right, to do?
Yeah, it's less invasive.
I think I do because I ripple a lot on the side. Really? And I don't like that. That's the one thing I don't like. I don't like that. Wait, is it?
The more natural look is under the muscle. And that's... I know mine are not super natural, but I wanted it to look a little more natural. I didn't want to risk rippling and stuff. So
okay. I need to go check to see because I don't know if mine are under or over.
You would know because the recovery was really tough going under the muscle. Did you have a tough recovery?
No, not really. I mean, like, my mom said I was, like, super drugged up, but...
You probably went over the muscle because I had a really tough time in recovery.
Oh, shit.
Like, okay. I couldn't sleep. It was so bad. But also, I'm really bad with pain pills. Like, I hate taking... I hate taking narcotics. I hate feeling, like,
I fucking hated taking mine, too. Like, Vicodin, I was like...
No, I can't.
Fuck that. I took it, like, the first 2 days, and I was like, get me off. I don't care. I'll deal with the pain. I'll take some ibuprofen, but do not give me Vicodin.
No. And then you have to deal with, like, being constipated, nauseous. No. I hate taking narcotics. So I was just taking Tylenol around the clock. So that's probably where I fucked up. But I was in so much pain. Like, Blake had to push me up out of the bed just to sit up. Like, help me go pee. Help me. You can't move your arms. You're like a dinosaur. You're not supposed to move anything. I was in a lot of pain for like a full 2 weeks. Oh, shit. It was really bad.
I remember being in pain for a whole week, but then after that I wasn't. But I need to check because I don't remember what I did.
Yeah, and I'm not trying to scare anyone away from obviously getting a breast augmentation. Do it if that's what you want, but prepare yourself. Like, if you are going under the muscle, and if you're like me and you don't really like taking heavy pain meds, you are going to be out of commission for a good week minimum.
Yeah, for sure.
2 weeks. For me, it was 2 weeks.
Yeah, Gabby has hers done too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I have mine under the muscle too. And I will say the biggest effect for me was going back to the gym and not being able to like do pull-ups, push-ups. Like, I lost all that muscle.
Yes.
Oh, shit. How old were you when you got yours too?
Like 19 or 20.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Who paid for yours?
We did.
You guys did? Mm-hmm. You were already living with Izzy, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Izzy wanted you to get your boobs done?
Honestly, he didn't really care. It was me.
Yeah.
And same thing, I told my mom, I was like, I'm doing it anyways. You want to go with me? Or like, do you want Izzy to go with me?
Yeah. Did she go with you?
So she went with me.
Oh, yeah.
But I had an easy recovery.
Really? Under the muscle too?
Yeah.
Were you taking your pain meds like around the clock?
I think so.
Yeah, I didn't.
I think I did for a little bit, and then I stopped.
Yeah.
But I felt great, honestly.
Wow, that's
everybody's different.
Everyone's different. I had a friend in high school who literally got her nails done the exact same day after her surgery. She got out of surgery. She went to go get her nails done with her mom.
I've heard that too.
She's like, yeah, I just got my boobs done like earlier today. I'm like,
I was out one night and this girl was like, I just got my tits done this morning or like yesterday. She's like, I got my tits done yesterday. She's like out. We're like taking shots. I'm like, girl, are you what?
What the fuck? Yeah, I don't know. I just remember I took that fucking Vicodin and my mom left for work one morning and I sat in my dad's comfy chair to watch TV. I knocked out from like 10 a.m. to like 9 p.m. when they got home. And I was like, what day is it? What is it? She's like, it's Saturday night. And I start bawling. And I'm like, I didn't go out. My mom's like, shut the hell up. You can't even fucking walk. You're going to go out? Get us another baga? You can't even fucking walk.
Oh,
and I'm like, God. So I went upstairs crying. And then I went back to sleep. Like, I was like out.
Emotional?
Yeah. But
I'm always emotional when I wake up from anesthesia.
Yeah.
Like, I'm always crying. I am too. Or asking like, where's my mom?
Yeah, I am too. Yeah. But yeah, my boobs, I love it. I just need to I probably just need to check them. But honestly, thankfully, we've all had really good experiences.
Yeah.
Do you believe in implant illness?
Oh my God, BII, breast implant illness. I've seen a lot of TikToks and videos about that. And a lot of women are getting explanted nowadays. Mm-hmm. It's crazy. No, I don't. I haven't personally had an experience with it, but I'm going to be honest, even if I did, I'd be like, push through this shit.
No, I literally said the same thing.
Even if I did.
I'll take the gut issues any day. Sorry. I'm not taking my tits out.
Me either.
No. And I think it's all a mind thing. Like, if you think that you have it, you're going to have it. You're going to tell yourself, like, I'm sick, too. I'm this, I'm that. My boobs are going to be like, it's like the energy you put in is what you get out.
Also, every body is different to rejecting certain things.
Yes.
Like, some people take like a knee replacement super easy and some people reject it. Every body's different. So I do believe that some women completely reject the implant in their body.
For sure.
Because I don't know if you've ever seen explants of people that experience BII, breast implant illness. There's a huge capsule that hardens around surgeries. Sorry, but like it's a huge capsule of tissue that hardens up around the implant, and it's your body basically like protecting itself against the foreign object. Yeah. And it's like bad. It's thick a lot of the time when they do get them taken out. And for those who don't know, like breast implant illness is supposedly something that some women, I don't know the percentage, but they struggle with once they get their breast augmentation done. They have like symptoms of like depression, anxiety, irritability, like dizziness, like headaches, just out of the blue. And as soon as they get their boobs taken, like their implants taken out, it goes away.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Some people say it's like a myth and it's in your head, and some people say it's really a thing. But I'm
sure that like if I was to get it done now, and then let me say I haven't suffered with any of that, and then all of a sudden I start suffering with that, okay. But I mean, I've had mine since I was 18. Yeah. I mean, I've had anxiety since before that. You know, I had stomach issues since before that. So I'm not gonna. For me, thankfully, I haven't had any issues with it, and I'm not going to blame my anxiety or anything on it.
Yeah.
I mean, do I think maybe like if I took it out, I'd feel better? Maybe, I don't know, right? But I'm not gonna, girl. I'm not gonna. I am not gonna. Is there anything else you've wanted to get done?
No, not really.
No?
I mean, in like a perfect world, if I could like get my nose done or something, of course, I'd like go get my nose done in Turkey or something. But I'm good. I've had my tits done, and I've had filler in my lips. That's it.
That's it?
Yeah.
Yeah, tits and filler in my lips.
Yeah.
I think in a perfect world, if I could have this surgery and I would come out looking like fantastic, it'd be butt implants.
Oh my God.
But like,
girl.
But like not like ugly butt implants. Like,
yeah, I'm envisioning like botched when like they can flip the implant. She's like, it's up here.
Because the reason I say implants and not BBL is because when you get BBL, it's all fat. Yeah. I don't want more fat in my ass. Mm-hmm. Have you seen like those girls that have like super perky asses?
Why don't you just get injections?
You know,
cortisol injections, and it just makes your butt build naturally.
Someone actually was telling me about that, but girl, I don't want it that bad to get butt injections and go through the pain
versus implants. That's
girl, they put me to sleep.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Like they're gonna put me to sleep, put the implant in. But I'm saying like if I knew like 100% my ass was gonna look good. But like I've just seen so many botched.
Yeah.
It's been really hard. Yeah, but in a perfect world, if I knew that my butt was gonna look absolutely amazing, then I would get it done. But I'm not risking it and coming out botched. No. But that's the only other thing. Just because like I feel like I was so obsessed with the unrealistic silhouette of women. Like I'm like the small waist, the big ass, that I would want it a little bit bigger. But I don't think like it's not something that, because honestly I'm the one in our household that watches girls like shake their asses on camera.
No, I'm like borderline lesbian.
Yes,
I swear.
Me too. I'm like
women are so beautiful.
They are.
Women are beautiful. I've always had girl crushes and stuff. And like, I'm the one, like when I get drunk, like I'm making out with my best friend.
Yeah.
We're in the back, like making out together.
Oh my God.
But no, I agree. Like you grow up, or you and I, we grew up with that. You envision, like, I want my body to look like that.
Yeah.
I want the big butt and I want the perfect tits that sit perfect.
I saw this girl who looked like she looked like she had like a stripper bod, right? Like just like extreme proportions. She was walking, and then she was wearing this like romper, like these rompers, and I was just like, oh my God, babe. I was like, that girl's body's, and he's like, I would never want that. I'm like, are you serious?
Yes, she would, trust me.
He's like, babe, I promise you, like, yeah, it's great to look at, but like, I wouldn't like want that. And I'm like, nah, babe.
Want to see the way that thing shakes?
I'm like, I literally was showing him our videos of her shaking her ass, and it was just like so like
I love a good strip club. Like I love a good like ghetto strip club.
Like a good
they know how to twerk. Like they can twerk.
They twerk good, and I'm like, damn. But yeah, that's the only other thing.
We can go get ass shots together.
You can go what?
It for the Patreon.
Ass shots?
Yeah.
We should.
I've heard they're really painful because it's like filler. It's
wait,
like
ass shots?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant like at a strip club taking shots out of her ass.
What the fuck?
On her ass, not out of her ass. But like, I thought that's what you meant, because you were just saying strip club. So I'm like, ass shots. Oh, it's gotta be like a shot.
I mean like, let's go get ass injections together and film it for the Patreon.
From where?
I don't know, Colombia or some shit. We can all figure it out.
You fucking crazy, girl. Well, this gotta be FDA approved. I ain't getting shit. But other than that, okay, you have your lips done. I have my lips done. And that's it. Oh, and then Botox. I haven't had my Botox done in a while.
My hands completely wear off, so no.
Yeah, no. But so my friend Rachel just went to get her lips done.
For the first time?
For the first time.
Oh, God.
And
it fucking hurts, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, but she's like a little bit anemic, I think, or like, I don't know. She like goes, like, she passes out.
I do too.
So she went with Sabrina.
Yeah.
And she's like, everything's fine. They put the numbing cream on me in the room, and I'm fine. They leave. They come back and put the injection numbing. So she's like, she puts the injection numbing. She's like, she walks out, like the nurse, and she's like, and I'm just sitting there. And like, they usually leave you there for like 15 minutes, 20 minutes for the injection to kick in. She's like, and I started to feel a little dizzy. And all I remember is I looked to my left. She's like, and then I pass out. And I just remember waking up and like seizing a little bit. No one was in the room with me, and I'm just like seizing, and then I wake up and I come into consciousness, and I'm like scared, but then I'm like, okay, I'm like here. I realize where I'm at. And so she's like freaking out a little bit. She like calms herself down, and like a minute or two, Sabrina walks in. She's like, okay, are you ready? And she's like, yeah, I'm ready. I just would like you to know I just like passed out. Yeah. And Sabrina's like, are you okay? Like, let's give you another minute. So she gives her a minute. She's fanning me a little bit. She gives me another minute, and then we get to it. So she's like, let me know if you feel sick at any point. So she's like doing her lip injection. She's like, it's fine. Everything's great. It looks great. And then she's done. She's like, okay, I'm done. How do you feel? She's like, I'm feeling a little dizzy again. She's like, okay. So she starts fanning me. And she's like, actually, I'm feel nauseous. And so she hands her a trash can, and she just throws up. But she said it was like a baby throw up, like a little bleh. Like she like throws up in the garbage can. No. And then Sabrina's like, okay, well, going forward, we need a doctor's note for us to do your lip injections because your blood pressure has already dropped twice. She's like, Jasmine, it didn't hurt. It was like like, she's like, I'm so embarrassed. I'm like, did you tell her you knew me? She's like, no. I'm like, thank God. I'm like, thank God. I'm like, dude, I don't know what the fuck happened. She's like, not gonna want me to come in ever again. I'm like, well, you're gonna have to come in with the doctor's note next time.
Oh no.
But I just think everyone, like, I love lip filler, but I'll do it. I'll do the pain, but like every time I go, like, I get like nervous. Like my nervous system's always shaking.
I hate needles. I pass out too. But I've learned the key, okay? Because I have fully passed out, like getting needles. I had to get like a cyst removed from one of my breasts one time. I have fibrocystic breast disease. It was like, sorry, this is gross. It was a cyst, and you have to just remove it with a huge needle in my boob. So the doctor was like putting the needle in, and I looked down, and that was it. Like, lights out. The whole room started spinning out, gone. And what's funny is growing up, when I would go get shots as a little girl, I would tell my mom, like, Mommy, everything's fuzzy. I would tell her all the time, everything's fuzzy. She never believed me, okay? Yeah. And my mom was with me when I got this procedure done. Blood pressure cuff was on my arm. I completely, blood pressure dropped, passed out, blacked out. The little like Asian doctor that did my breast thing, and he was like, are you okay? Wake up, wake up. Oh my God. Like, he was freaking out. They're fanning me. They put my legs up in the air because that like brings the blood to your heart. And he's like, you pass out. And I was like, I told you, Mom. Like, I'm telling you, I have this thing where if I look at a needle going into me, I'll pass out. Yeah. So what I do with filler is I close my eyes the entire time. Oh, girl. And I told Sabrina that. Sabrina Injects, by the way, in Houston. Please sponsor us.
I know. We're all by Sabrina. Please if you go to Sabrina, let her know that the podcast sent you.
But don't pass out or puke on her, okay? Yeah. But no, so when I go, I close my eyes the entire time. As soon as they walk in, I'm like, okay, I'm going to pass out, so I got to close my eyes. I close my eyes. I have a little stress ball in my hand. And they do it real quick, and it fucking hurts.
It hurts, yeah. I mean, my legs are shaking the entire time I'm on that chair, like this.
I'm sweating, like, my palms
rattling,
are sweating.
And they're like, Sabrina's like, are you okay? And I'm like, I'm fine, just do it. Just do it. Like, I'm shaking, but just do it. Get it out of the way. And she's like talking to me sometimes, and I guess she wants me to talk back.
They love to talk. They're like, so what'd you do yesterday?
And I'm like, can I even talk while you're doing this? Am I going to fuck up the needle? Like, don't talk to me right now.
So used
sweating. To it. Yeah. No, but it's honestly, I love lip filler. Like, I've gotten lip filler for like 8 years now.
We love it though.
How long have you been getting lip filler for?
I've been getting my lips filled for like 2 years.
2 years?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I have naturally huge lips. I just like my borders like really crisp and defined.
No, I have really small lips. Yeah, so I get mine done like every 6 months. But now I've gotten to the point where I get them done every 6 months, but it's only half a syringe. Oh, okay. So it's just like a little like refresher.
I'm worried because you're right. You told me about scar tissue every time you go. I didn't even think about that, how it scars up every single time you go.
So it hurts more.
It hurts more.
It hurts more every time you go. I will say that it will hurt more and more as you go just because of the scar tissue built up. But it's worth it to have juicy lips.
It is, yeah.
Gabby has hers done too.
You do
but
too?
Hers lasts a long time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think the last time I went was like
Over a year. Over a year.
Yeah, over a year.
Oh,
like
wow.
A year and a half.
Yes, you like retain filler really well.
She does.
If I drink water, they're plump. If I'm dehydrated,
they go down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but like I remember when she wasn't living here, she would come and I'm like, "Did you just get your lips done?" She's like, "No." And then 3 months would pass by and she'd come visit me. I'm like, "Did you get your lips done?" She's like, "No." I'm like, "Your lips look so plump all the time."
Wow.
Mine just lose the plumpness really fast, but yeah, I love it.
Oh, I love it too. Wouldn't have it any other way.
Have you considered getting filler anywhere else? Like cheek, chin, jaw?
No, not really. Yeah. I get scared because I know filler. I've been reading stuff lately that it actually doesn't fully dissolve. It migrates to different places in your face.
Yes, it does.
So I get a little bit worried and I don't want to like touch anything else on my face.
Yeah, I was literally just telling Chris that. I was like, as soon as we're like really good financially, I'm like, I don't want to get filler anywhere else in my face. I'm like, I just want to do as many microneedling sessions, all the skincare stuff to keep my face tight naturally without having to get filler. I wanted like the filler and the facelift when I'm 60 to be the last resort.
Yeah,
but
no,
I want to take care of my skin.
I made a deal with Blake because Blake was like, okay, do not touch your face. Like, don't do, obviously like my lips, whatever, but like don't touch anything on your face.
That's how Chris is.
And I was like, okay, but I'm gonna Kris Jenner that shit when I'm 80. Like, I want a facelift by Dr. Garth Fisher.
Yeah,
that man is a god.
Yeah,
like I will have a facelift one day.
Oh, I will too. I literally just told Chris last week. I was like, I will have a facelift. He's like, okay,
I will.
He knows it, so he's like, as long as it looks good, but not anytime soon. I'm like, no, obviously not anytime soon. I'm like, but I just want to invest in all my. He's really happy, like the fact that I'm like, I want to invest in my skincare, like, and just doing like I want to do the Morpheus. Like here soon, like do the Morpheus 8 and stuff like that versus like getting filler because filler does migrate and I don't want, eventually with filler, your face just looks puffier. Yeah. And I'm like, for me, like I saw this one lady at Spin. Oh my God, her skin, she was like 50, dude. Her skin, amazing. And I asked her, I was like, I'm so sorry. I don't mean to be nosy, but like, what do you have done on your face? She's like, honey, I get weekly facials. She's like, if they're not weekly, bi-weekly facials. And I've been doing this for years. She's like, do not put any filler in your face. She's like, I get Botox and then Botox on her crow's feet. And she's like, add a little bit of lip filler too, because she had like a little bit. She's like, that's it. Do not put filler anywhere in your face. She's like, microneedling, all those, like anything for collagen restoration and like tightening, get those, but don't put any filler in. I was like.
Did she say where she gets her facials?
She says she went somewhere in Sugarland. And I don't remember what she said. No, she didn't. And I just didn't want to keep her long. But her face, girl, like Brittany saw it too. We were both like, she looked incredible. Yeah. Incredible for her age. I was like, and I mean, she was probably like, not 50, she was like 40. You could tell she was older, right? But she was like, just her skin was just like perfect, tight and just gorgeous. And like, that's what keeps your skin tight. It's just like doing these, like the facial tightening, like treatments versus a bunch of filler, right? Because then your face is just going to keep going and going and going.
Like a filler face is so scary.
That's all we have like done. We don't have that much done. It's funny that people are like, y'all look the same. Like you guys want to look like Kim Kardashian. I'm like, I've never once taken that's true. I've never once taken a photo to any doctor and been like, I want to look like Kim Kardashian.
No, I never have done that. But
no,
it was a funny comment.
Yeah, I was like,
I take that as a compliment.
Yeah,
like,
no, exactly. I do too. Like, but I'm just like, I don't. It's just, this is how we look. Like, you want to hate all you want.
Hate is going to hate.
Hate is going to hate. But yeah, girls, if you guys have any more questions, you can ask us. But I think we answered all our questions.
Yeah, we did. We basically just had questions about like what we've boob size, what we have had done. I don't know if I said, but I have 450s and ultra high profiles. What I got.
Oh, you have ultra high? Mm-hmm. I have 350s, 375, and the saline. But mine aren't like high profile.
Do you regret, like, would you change anything about what?
No, I actually really love my boobs. Mm-hmm. Like, they're pretty high where they're not too high. Mm-hmm. Chris loves my boobs. His biggest thing is, like, he doesn't want it to change because he's like, I don't want them to look even... Like, because, you know, there's a more natural look to where they drop a little bit more, like the teardrop. And I think they're pretty on some women, but Chris is like, absolutely not. I want... Like, he has, like... requirements, like it has to be like 2-3 inches like from my collarbone. Like he's like, your tits right now are perfect and I do not want you to get them redone because if you get them redone and you do like they sag more, I'm gonna be upset. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm not gonna get them redone. Like my God. He loves my boobs. He loves that they're not too high. He loves that they're not saggy. Like my boobs really do fit my body perfectly. Yeah. Like they really do. So he's like, I don't want you to touch them. So like I'm like, okay, unless I absolutely have to, I'll touch
like
them.
revisit it maybe after you have kids. Like
yeah, for sure.
That's another reason why I went so like I wanted them to look really high and stuff because I know I'm gonna have kids. I want to breastfeed, and she was like, "Yeah, that's good because one day they are going to drop a little bit after you have kids. The tissues like obviously stretches." So I was like, "Okay,
yeah, that's
them babies
true.
up as high as they go."
Yeah, maybe like because it's been 10 years, I'll wait a few more years so after I have a kid. Yeah, and then I'll revisit.
It's crazy. A lot of people don't talk about how freaking itchy they were after surgery.
Oh my!
Do you remember that,
dude? But no one told me not to scratch. So I scratched.
Did you get stretch marks?
Yes, horrible stretch marks.
No, yeah, you're not
they were horrible.
Yeah, no one talks about that.
No,
they are so itchy and on like they feel like you have ants all over your boobs. Are on fire because the skin stretches.
Like, dude, I had to put so much lotion, but I scratched and no one told me not to, and they were nasty red, like 3 stretch marks on each one. Thankfully, with time, they went away. I don't have them anymore. Yeah, but like for the first year I had them, it was bad. Yeah, because like what did you do? I'm like, I just was so itchy and I scratched them. I'm like, and thankfully they went away.
You know what else I had? I had air bubbles like up here from, this is so gross, but like it was just something I didn't hear about. I read so many like boob job vlogs. I watched so many vlogs and no one talked about this. I had like little air pockets up here. Oh shit. And you could like move them. And it's just from like from the incision and her like doing stuff in there, but I had some air pockets that went up here and they were like painful.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah. But they went away, right?
Yeah, they of course, like your body absorbs it. But that was weird. I was like, am I okay? Like, oh my god, what is this? Yeah, it was crazy. And the itching was wild. And you have to be like bandaged up, like really bandaged tight.
Up, yeah. Yeah. Some people don't, but I bandaged it. I did all the stuff they told me. The massages, the bandages, everything. Yes. Yeah. I had the bandage in my car. I had like, so I could change. Like,
and listen to what your doctor says because otherwise you can have encapsulate. Like, it can slip out.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. But it was a crazy experience, but I wouldn't regret it.
I don't regret it. And I'm going to keep these babies full alive, baby girl.
And do what you want. Like,
do what you want, right?
You want to your body, period.
No matter what anyone else says. If you want to do it and it's going to bring you happiness, do it. Like, don't, and then like get like, don't be around negative people, like, because even after surgery, like, oh, I told you shouldn't have gotten, like, no. Everyone goes through shit. Like, don't be around negative people. Just tell them to shut the hell up. If there's something that you want to get done,
it's not your
do
body,
it. And do your research, though. Do your research. I've done my research on everything. My lips, my boobs, obviously, like, I went with the girl that recommended, but with Sabrina, when I moved here, I really did my research on who to go with. And, like, if there's anything I'm ever going to do, I'm going to do my research. Right. So do your research, look at before and afters, and especially if you have a good recommendation, if you know someone who's done it in person, ask questions, but do what you want to do. Yeah. If you don't want to do anything, then that's great too. Natural beauty is great.
I love natural beauty too.
Yeah. If you don't have to do it, don't do it. If you have natural big tits, congratulations.
I know, you're lucky.
You're lucky, but not all of us are lucky. No. But I hope you guys enjoyed this segment, this girl talk. This was a really good girl talk. Yeah, it was. I'm glad we were able to like really explain to them what. Because a lot of people think I have so much other stuff done. My jaw just gets really sharp when I'm leaner. It's just part of it. But yeah, other than that,
I said goals.
Other than that, that's it, girlfriends. But yeah.
Thank you guys for listening.
Thank you guys for listening. And we'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.
I'm literally just a girl.